basically see some conceptual questions, or also known as competency based questions. So this is a question given. It's an application based question. What are the errors in the following code? Correct the code and predict the output. So because these are from the chapter functions, right? So we are going to use all the concepts learned over here. So the first statement is total equals 0. Now you can see over here that this is a statement which has started right from this end. Okay, you have to keep the indentation in mind also. Indentation should be proper, otherwise that will also give you an error. So the first statement, it's not a part of any program block, it's not a part of a function. It has started from this end, so it is correct, but there is a semicolon here which is not needed. Okay, then this is one error, right? This is one of the errors, and its correction is total. I'll write the correction in green. So I'll just select the green color from here. So the correction will be total equals 0. That's it, right? Next is def sum arg1 comma arg2. So this statement is correct. Sorry, this statement is also wrong because of wrong indentation. So second is what? Incorrect indentation. This DEF should begin from just below total, right? And then next we have total equals arg1 plus arg2. So you can see that they have taken one level indentation. This is correct. The indentation to both the statements is correct. But now in the first one, there is a semicolon. This is an error, right? The correction will be total equals arg1 plus arg2 without any semicolon. Next is print total equals total. This is correct. Okay, if indentation is also correct and rest of the things are also correct. Then return total. Now this return total, you can see this return keyword has started from below total, which is wrong. So indentation, it has to have at least one level of indentation. Right? Then next is function call. So this function is being called within the main or global area. So indentation is correct, but again a semicolon has been used, which is incorrect. And now the thing is, this function will be called, but then the value which is being passed from the function, that will be wasted. Okay, why? Because we haven't used any variable in the left hand side, right? And print total. So I'm going to rewrite the code now. So how will you write it in the exam? You have to rewrite the code. So how will you rewrite the code? So I'm writing it this side. Total equals 0. Okay. DEF sum arg1 comma arg2. In the exam, you have to write the correct code and you have to just underline the area where the error was there. Okay. So like this, so I'll underline them once I complete. Total equals arg1 plus arg2, right? Print. This statement is correct, so you can write it as it is. And return has to be written over here. Return total without any semicolon. And then next sum. Okay, so you can add this like here it won't give you any error. If you are calling it without any left hand side, it might not give you any error, but you have to write the correct one over here. So I'm just writing it. Now see, here you would have gotten an error. Why? Because I am printing the value of total when this is unassigned, not assigned. Value of total is not assigned. So this will give you an error that total's value is not assigned, but it is used. So instead of that, I can write here total equals sum 10 comma 20, right? And then I can write print total equals total, whatever. So this is my correct code. Now your errors. So here you had one error. Okay, this you just what you have to do is just underline that location. So I am going to just underline this by using another color here. I'm using the blue color, right? So I'm just writing here. I'm just circling this part. Then I'm circling this part because indentation was there. Then I'm circling then next is I'm circling this R2 because there was a semicolon over here which was not needed. And then you have a print total. This is correct. Return total. This had. You can for indentation errors you can simply just provide this. Okay. That means it was over here. Or wait, the direction could be changed. Like it has to be given one level of indentation. Then here this was the error. Right? The value of total was not used. That would have given you an error over here. So I changed that. So these many errors are there. And then you number them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So you have whatever the number of errors are there, you just have to figure them out. Now students, please do not worry about the question, sorry, the marks which have been allotted to that question. Okay, you only have, your task is to find out as many errors as there are. You will get the maximum marks only when you find out all the errors. Okay, so I hope everybody understood this question. This is an error finding question, and the same type of error finding question is given to you over here, which you have to solve on your own so that you can do after the class. I am just going to give you an insight into different types of questions which you will get. Okay, another question here. Question number 13. Please look at this. Write the terms suitable for following descriptions. A name inside the parenthesis of a function header that can receive a value. What is the term which is used for specifying that? These questions you can get as fill in the blanks or you can get them as MCQ questions. A name inside the parenthesis of a function header that can receive the value. You will say it is within the function header which receive the value. So this will be parameter. Parameters, or we also say formal parameters, right? We have to use the exact term. So this is formal parameter. An argument passed to a specific parameter using the parameter name. If I use the parameter name and I pass the value of the argument, that becomes what? It becomes keyword argument, the types of argument which we have studied. Okay, please remember that, go through the notes which I had given you. This is keyword argument, that is named arguments. When I am providing named arguments, like for example, I have the function def and I have function 1 as the name of the function. I have these many arguments a, b and c. Right? And in the function call, I am calling this function 1 and I am providing b equals 5, c equals 7, a equals 8. So here I have changed the order. You can see I have changed the order of the arguments, but this is correct. Why? Because I have used all the keyword arguments. I have used the names of their parameters. B is the name of the parameter. So I am specifying here that parameter, formal parameter B should accept what value? 5. Formal parameter C should accept 7. A should accept 8. Right? A value passed to a function parameter. This is very simple. Please give me the answer to this one. Third one. A value passed to a function parameter. What is it known as? Students, it seems you people are not at all studying computer science at home. See, if you leave everything for the last moment, you will be the one to suffer in the end. Please don't take this subject lightly. Give time to the subject, otherwise you won't be able to do anything. A value passed to a function parameter, jaldi bolo. Yes, Krishna Patil, can you answer? A value passed to a function parameter is when we pass values, like this is your function, and when we are passing values, I'm writing here simply function 1 and 5, 6, 7. So these values are known as what? Actual arguments, right? So these are actual arguments. A value assigned to a parameter name in the function header. So yes, now value assigned to the parameter name in the function header means I am defining a function here, simple interest, and here I write p comma r equals 4.5, t equals 2. ये बताओ which type of arguments are these? Quickly, these are which type of arguments? These are optional arguments, also known as default arguments, because they have, firstly, they can be skipped during function call. Even in the function call, if you simply write simp int and you are just passing the value for principal, still it will execute. Why? It is going to use the default value of these two arguments, rate and time, right? So these are optional or default arguments. Next is a value assigned to a parameter name in the function call. Now value assigned to a parameter name in the function call. This was function header. Now we have function call. So a value assigned to a parameter name in the function call is what? So that is a simple argument. I'm just giving that value. Next, a name defined outside all function definitions, that is global variable or global identifier. A variable created inside function body, local variable. These are some terms, please study them. Now, next question, very important. Consider the following code and write the flow of execution for this. You can get this as MCQ. Line numbers have been given for your reference. So out of all these line numbers, we already know that a program execution always starts from the first statement within the main, that is first statement within the global area. So can you just tell me the line numbers which belong to global area? This everybody can answer. Give me the line numbers which belong to global area. Please unmute your mic and give me the answer. Anyone? Riddhima. Riddhima Shrotriya. Are you there? Yes. Vedant Tomar. Come on, at least give me some response here. These are the statements within the global area. Okay. So now, because these are statements within global area, the first statement is this one. So your execution will start from this part, right? So first will be 9. After 9, we come to 10, right? Now result equals calc square n. That means there will be a jump to this statement. That is 5. Right? Now within 5, you come down, you go to statement 6. In statement 6, again there is a function call to power. So then you go to 1. Then from 1, you go to the next statement, that is 2. Then you go to the statement that is 3. Now return y. Now y will be returned where? Over here. So again you will go to 6. Right? Now from here, the next statement is 7. Return A. Now where will A be returned? It will be returned over here. That is again, it will go to 10. And last of all, it will go to 11. So this is the flow of execution. Right? Next. What will the following function return? Question number 3. You can see that function name is given def add m x comma y comma z, and print statement is given. Will this function return any value? Answer is no. Why? Because there is no return statement. Value will be returned only when function contains a return statement. There is no return statement in this, so that is why no return value. Next, what will the following function print when called? Look at this very carefully. Function name is there. There is a return statement before the print statement, right? So the moment this statement is encountered, this statement program control will return to the point from where it was called, and this print statement will never be executed. So answer is never. And what is the reason? Because it occurs after return statement. And you can just elaborate your reason. The reason is it occurs after the return statement, and when return statement is encountered, the program control will be returned back to from where the function was called, and all statements within the function after return statement will be skipped. Right? Now, what is the output of the following program? Now, we have very important, these type, you will get maximum of these type of questions in your MCQ term 1 exams. Okay. So, we have the first one, that is num equals 1. Now, this num equals 1. Now, because we are handling what? Functions. Okay, we are handling functions. So, we have to keep the global and local area in mind. So, this is my global area. Right? Now, within my global area, I have a variable num which has the value as 1. Okay. The next is def, my function. So this statement will not be executed till it is called. So right now, what statement will be executed will directly come to this statement, that is print num. ये statement इसीलिए execute नहीं होगा क्योंकि अभी तक function को call नहीं किया गया है. Right? So we come to print num. So what value will be printed on the screen? 1. Right? 1 is printed. Now, after that, print my function, and function call is there. That means now this function will be called. So now this function local area will be created here. And within that, what is there? Return num. So now return num is there. The thing is, num is already part of the global area. Okay. And local area, the local area already contains a reference to the global area. Okay, I will execute this program and then explain it to you. Why? Because that there you will understand it in a better way. So first I'll execute this short code and then explain. Okay, let me create the code. First of all, I'll create the code. So I'm going to open new window here, save it, and I'm just going to save it on the desktop as sample. Okay, now quickly I'm going to type the code. Num equals 1, def my function, return num, print num, and print num. I'm going to execute this. So you get 1, 1, and 1. The reason being, you can see it over here. This function is what? It's the local area, right? Local namespace. So when there is a reference to any particular variable, first it will check it within its own namespace. So it doesn't find num. Now it will check it in the enclosed namespace. That is the namespace which is enclosing this local area. What is the namespace that is enclosing the local area? This global area. And within that you find num equals 1. Now global variables, they are accessible throughout the program. Okay, so this part, this num1 will be accessible within local area also. So this num is returned. So it is just going to return this value, num. So there is just a reference to this. यहाँ से ये कहाँ return हो जाएगा वापस. So within that, now because we had this statement print my func. Okay, so over here it will again print 1 because this 1 is fetched from the global area and it is returned. So it will be printed and then again print num is there. So already this print num is within the global area and the value of num has not changed. So your answer will be 111, the same as what you are getting over here. Okay, 111. Let's take another example which we have over here. Second one. Okay, so let me take a quick screenshot of this and I'll take it. So here we are. Now num1 is there. Okay, so this is my global area. And within this, I have num equals 1. Okay, this statement will be executed, then this statement will be executed, print num, so it will print 1. Next, print my function. So we go to my function and a local area will be created over here. And within this local area, now you can see there is one assignment statement, num equals 10. So it will create a local variable num within the local area and it will assign which value to it? 10. Now return num. This num will be returned to this print statement over here. Okay, and what will be printed? 10 will be printed. But then in this print num is a part of global area only. Okay, the moment a function has been executed, its existence is gone. Once the last return statement is executed, the existence of this particular function is gone forever. Now we are only left with which value of num? 1. So now your output is going to be this. This is my output. Got it? So this is how you have to solve these questions. Next. Now another part we are having here. Everybody look at this one very carefully. First statement, num1. Okay, so this is my global area. And within global area, I have num and it has the value 1. Okay, skip all these, come to print num. So what will be printed? 1 will be printed. Next, function call to myfunc, and a local area is created over here, right? Global num. Now there is a reference to global variable num. That is, I am forcefully referring to global variable num, right? So I'm forcefully referring to global variable num. That means this statement is now referring to this num. So it is now, I'll be having this, I'm actually trying to use this value, that is num equals 1, right? Global num. So if a num is created, if a number, if a variable named num is created here, right? That num is going to refer to this value, that is 1. Okay. Now num equals 10. That is, this is an assignment statement. Now I'm trying to change the value of global num. I have already referred to global num. So now whatever changes will be there, they will be made in this global variable num. It will become 10. Now return 10. It will be returned over here. What will be printed? 10 will be printed. And now in the main area also, that is in the global area also, the value has become 10. So now my output is this. Okay. Coming to this question now. Now, a big question. A equals 10. So let me create a global area first. Over here. This is my global area. Okay. Now I have A equals 10 over here, Y equals 5, right? These two statements are executed. Skip the function, come to the next statement here. Print Y equals Y and A equals A. So what output will it give? Come on, give me the answer to this one, students. Simply we have these two values, A equals 10 and Y equals 5, and you just have to execute this particular statement. So what answer will it give?
Ma'am, y equals to 5 and a equals to 10.
Yes, Y equals to 5 and A, that is, there is A equals to 10. Very good. Okay. May I know the name of the student who answered?
Ma'am, Harsh Sahu.
Harsh Sahu, very good. For the first time, I heard your voice and really I'm happy. Okay. This way only, see, this is an interactive session, right? So you have to give me the answer. So it's very good that you gave the answer and you gave the correct answer. Good. So now next is print my function. Now this is a function call. That means my program control will jump to this area and it will start executing statements of function, and a local area will also be created here. Remember always, local area will always be created when your function call is there. Function जब call होगा तभी local area बनेगा. Got it? Now you have y equals a. Now y कौन सा वाला y? We don't have any y within this function, right? There is a y in the global area. Okay. So here now, because this is an assignment statement being made, so here y will be created like this. Because this is an assignment statement, so y will be created locally over here, equals a. Now what is the value of a? It will fetch the value of a from the global area, that is 10. So now the value of y will be what? 10. And a equals 2. So value of A will be what? Right. So I have created the value within the local area. So now these are two local variables and these are two global variables. Right. Now print y equals y and a equals a. So again, what value should be printed? Y equals 10 and a equals. We might need to do some hit and trial. Okay, students. So be prepared for that. So this is printed. Next, print a plus y equals a plus y. So 10 plus 2, that is 12. And then return a plus y. So a plus y is already 12. So this 12 value already over here, 12 will be there somewhere and that has to be returned over here. So where is it going to be returned? It is going to be returned over here to this my func. Okay. So it is being returned over here and it will be simply printed on the screen like this. That is 12. Okay. And the last statement, print y equals y and a equals a. So I am just writing here y equals 5 and a equals 10. And now let me first check it. There could be, I am speculating, there could be some changes here. We will see to that. So I'm going to go to the desktop and sample and I'm going to write it here. I'm just going to type this quickly. A equals 10, y equals 5, def my func y equals a equals 2, print y equals y comma a equals a, print a plus y equals a plus y, return a plus y, and now print y equals y comma a equals a, and print my func and print same again. I'm going to copy this statement here. And now let's see what answer I'm getting. Okay, there is a problem here. First statement was correct. Next is local variable a referenced before assignment. Yes, I missed out on this. That's what I was saying to you also. Here we will get an error at this point. यहाँ पे error मिलेगा. Why? Because I am trying to access a local variable a over here, right? Here it is not using the global value, that is a, because I am already assigning a value. I am already taking a value y equals an a. So here until and unless I specify global a, it will not take that value. Had it been only print a, like if I just write over here, wait a second. I'm only writing print a here. It will still give me an error. Yes. Why? Because अगले statement में already मैंने a equals 2 लिखा हुआ है. So here taking this into consideration, it is first speculating that a is a local variable. I'm trying to change it. मैंने जैसे ही ये वाला statement हटाया a equals 2, it executed the statements, because here when I write only print a, okay, so it takes up this global value of a, that is 10. But if I add a statement here, a equals 2, it knows that a is being assigned a value within this function. So that is why it will consider this a, the first previous a, also as local variable, क्योंकि अंदर तो ये create कर रहे हैं ना हम, so that is why it is going to look for a local variable. ये वाला statement आप हटा दो तो आपका जो program है, it is going to consider the global value of a, that is 10. Understood? So this program will give an error in this statement. I hope everybody understood this. Now see, you have what you have to do is how to practice such questions. First you figure out the output, like what we did here. First you figure out the output on your copy and pen and paper. Okay, then you write the code in type the code in Python and run the program. And when you run the program and you compare your output with the program's output, you will find where you are going wrong, right? So आपको ऐसे practice करना है. These output questions are very important. Your sample paper is loaded with output questions. जब तक आप इस तरीके से practice नहीं करोगे तब तक नहीं होगा. Okay, we have a question here, question number 9. Consider, I'm just going to take 5 more minutes, students. Okay, consider the code below and answer the questions that follow. Def multiply. So multiply is a function which takes two arguments, number 1 and number 2. Answer equals number 1 into number 2. Fine. Print number 1 times number 2 equals answer. Return answer. Okay, answer will be returned to output. यहाँ पे answer return हो रहा है, right? When the code above is executed, what prints out? So firstly, here what is being asked? Output of the program. So you have to write the output. Okay, you will solve this on your own. I'm just telling you how to do it. Second is, what is variable output equal to after the code is executed? What is the variable output? So variable output is this. So if I execute this code, I am passing what? 5 to number 1, 5 to number 2. Answer equals 5 into 5, that is 25, right? So answer is what? 25. Print number 1 times. So this one is not important because what is asked, this statement is a part of your question 1, which you can do. Okay, number 1 times, that is 5 times number 2, that is 5, equals answer, that is 25. So this is the output. And return answer, answer is being returned in output. तो आउटपुट के अंदर क्या जाएगा, आप क्या पास कर रहे हो? 5 और 5. सो आउटपुट कंटेन्स व्हाट? 25, राइट? तो इसका कोई आउटपुट नहीं होगा. देयर विल ओनली बी वन आउटपुट इन द क्वेश्चन. तो आंसर टू द फर्स्ट वन इज दिस and answer to the second one is this. Got it? I hope the questions discussed in the class, they were clear to everyone. Just give a quick feedback. Did you understand, students? Because there was absolutely zero response from you people in the class. Except Harsh, Sahu, nobody gave the answer, right? So please solve these questions at your own pace, and because you will be getting these type of questions in your PT2 also. Henceforth, whatever exams will be taken, they will be based on this, right? Assertion reasoning I am not giving you right now because in your sample papers also it is not there so far. Okay, I have ordered for some sample paper books. Okay, one of the books I got it, but there is hardly any time to explain, so I am not giving assertion reasoning in the PT2, but after that we will be taking up assertion and reasoning based questions. These are all the application based HOTS questions, right? So please solve them. As many you solve, your concept will be clear, right? So we end the class over here. Thank you, students.